Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and it is time for Saturday with Stacy, YouTube number 176. Now, I can't wait to show you what I've got. I know I always say I can't wait to show you, but it's the truth. I saw some of this problem. I guess I can't even take full credit for this YouTube because some of it was me, and some of this YouTube is based on a product that Fran from Stampendous showed me. And it's not even her product, but I love it. So I saw some of this product months and months and months ago when it was in its prototype phase. And it was from Dan the Do Craftsman, and he was here, although he hasn't been back lately. Dan, maybe time for a visit, don't you think? Better yet, Dan, why don't you invite us over to the UK and we'll come visit you? Was that as subtle as I could possibly get? Anyway, Dan was here and he had these stickers. Now I know you're ready to push the button off. Don't. He had these stickers that I went berserk over. And he's like, well, yes, they're very nice and we love them and we think they're going to be very successful. But let me show you what else I brought with me. It was like, no, let's go back to the stickers. I want to talk about the stickers. And they're part of the coloring craze. But even if you're not a colorer, don't worry, stay tuned. Trust me. What's so funny is that downstairs, they're prepping for the make and take for tomorrow. It's Friday right now. So the make and take is tomorrow, which is when you're going to be watching this. And I always direct Yvette on what I want the make and take to be. And she puts it together and she gets it all organized and she makes the samples. But then I come upstairs and I do something totally different than what the make and take is. And downstairs has no clue what it is I'm going to be showing you. They find out pretty much when you find out. None of the SMS girls know what I plan in my YouTubes. They know what the make and take is, but they get to find out, like everybody else, what I have planned for the YouTubes. And when I saw these stickers, I said, okay, this I love. Now, like I said, another one product is from Imagine Crafts, which makes all the Memento products, all of our Memento products and our Stays On products, but their ink pads, the Splendor ink pads, Fran introduced me to them, and I don't know what I was waiting for. They're wonderful, and I'm going to use those today. I'm also going to be doing some stuff with Kaisercraft. I've got their gel pens, and I've got some new product from them, and it all just ties in together. You do not have to be a die cutter. You do not have to be a stamper. You don't have to have any creative talent, whatever. No matter what you do, it's going to look good. How do I know? I am probably the least creative person you will ever meet. Honestly, I'm a technique junkie. If you asked me to make a card, I struggle. I can do it, but I struggle. Do I put this here? Do I put that there? What do I do? Does it need ribbon? Is it done? I struggle. If you say, hey, Stacy, we have a new technique, I'm like, oh, that's me. Or if I sit down with product, I like to figure out how we can use it in different and more inventive ways than what it was actually meant to do. I am a technique junkie. Yes, I am. I'm Stacy. I'm a technique junkie. There are people out there that are paper hoarders. There are people out there who are stamp hoarders. There are people out there who have every Mrs. Grossman sticker that you could possibly imagine. We all have our things, and I am a technique junkie, which is kind of where the YouTubes came from because they're all about technique. It's about trying something new, and everybody can be successful with today's YouTube. Very excited. I will call out one manufacturer who I love, but your packaging, In fact, I think I'm going to do it, Kaisercraft, it's you. So you may want to stay tuned because I'm going to talk a little bit about your packaging. That way, if our customers are not purchasing from us, if they're out at their local craft store and their mom and pop craft store have the exact same product, I want you to know how to look at it so you don't miss something. Because if you just look at it, you're not going to see everything you need to see it, and it's important. So if you are watching this Kaisercraft, remember, you love me, right? Hi, Breton. Hi, Tolly. Hi, Christine. Okay, we've got winter chicken dinner to talk about, and we have something new on our website. Underneath the Scrapbooking Made Simple logo that's at the top, you're going to see, the About Us, and you see the shop, or the policies and all sorts of things. You'll also see a new winner chicken dinner, and that is to help you understand how to fill out all the stuff we need from you for winner chicken dinner. So if you go to scrapbookingmadesimple.com and you look below our logo, on the second line down, you'll see winner chicken dinner. You're going to click that, and that is going to tell you everything we need from you, where to send it, why to send it, all the important information. And when it's too late, we can't hold your products for months and months and months. If 6 months from now you just watch this YouTube and you're still thinking you're a winner chicken dinner, I'm sorry, you're not. There's a limited time frame. I think we give you about a month. And if you can't get to us within a month to let us know, woo, I won, well, then your prize goes into the anniversary prizes for next year, and we use your prize to give away during the anniversary sale. So that's something new for us. I'm excited because hopefully that will help you out there figure out how to reach us for your winner chicken dinner prizes. I've got 2 winners, and that is from YouTube number 175. That was from the Trimming the Tree collection. That was mine. My last holiday collection. And the embossing powders and some Stacy tape. So I think that's what you're gonna win. You'll win some of the embossing powder. You'll win a roll of Stacy tape. Don't know which size, but at least probably 2 inches, because you got to be able to do something with it. And you'll win a die. Woohoo ka-choo! Do you want to know if it's you who's a winner chicken dinner? Well, if your name is, putting my glasses on, if your name is Cheryl, congratulations, you're a winner chicken dinner. Woohoo ka-choo! And you have a friend, because we always give 2 prizes away. If you're Helen Buds, B-U-D-Z, Buds. If you're Helen Buds, congratulations! Helen and Cheryl, you're this week's winner chicken dinner from YouTube number 175, which was all about Simply Defined, Trimming the Tree collection, and Stacy tape, being heat resistant and throwing on Stampendous embossing powder, and we had a lot of fun. Now, if you want to have a chance to be a winner chicken dinner, you have to post a comment on this YouTube. To be able to do that, you have to have a YouTube username. You don't have to post YouTubes, you don't have to do YouTubes, you just have to be able to log in and then subscribe to Scrapbooking Made Simple, and then post your comment. And as long as it's polite and kind, I will approve it. And then once it's approved, then you go into the running for being a winner chicken dinner. And one day you may hear your name, you never know. Now again, today, lots of fun, easy to do. Stay with me, because we're gonna start really simple, and then we're gonna build on it a little bit so you can see what I've got for you today. First off, it's inexpensive. Second, it is great for every single level of crafter. Every level of crafter can do this. Kids can do this. Seniors can do this. Hey, you know what? You need help with the cards? Get your husbands. Husbands and spouses can do this. This is effective, affordable, and it makes you feel great about what you've done. And that's one of the most important parts of crafting, is that when you give something to somebody that you've handmade, the look on their face it's worth every penny you spent on that card, and every decision you had to make about that project. Do I put this here? Do I use that color? When you see the look on that person's face because you've done something handmade just for them, it is priceless, truly priceless. So I am going to tilt on down today. I have got Do Crafts, I've got Imagine Crafts, which used to be Sukaniko, now it's just Imagine Crafts, maker of all of our Memento and StazOn inks. I've got Kaiser Craft, and I think we're gonna get started for today. And Kaiser Craft, remember, you love me. And Dan the Do Craft Man loved to come over to the UK. I know, I'm shameless, right? But if you don't ask, you don't know. All right, down I go. Bye, guys. Okay, so downstairs right now, because you're watching this on Saturday, everybody is working on this card right here. And this is one of the Do Craft stickers. It's from their Paper Mania collection. And yes, this is a sticker. And no, I did not fussy cut this out. Now I've colored it with the gel pins from Kaisercraft, the glitter gel pins, and it is super cute. But this is easy peasy. We're gonna start with this because this is just easy peasy. I wanted to show you what more you could do with these stickers. So downstairs doesn't know anything about this. They just know to color them, but wait, I think that when you see what more we can do with them, you are going to love them. Now, the first thing I want to tell you about the stickers is, like I said, they're very affordable. It's $1.50 a sheet, and you get lots of stickers, lots of them. And they're part of the coloring craze because they're white and you're supposed to color in them. What I went about on these stickers is they have an extra little element added to them. Aren't they cute? I love the owls. Do you see the gold? It's glitter. These are glitter stickers. So they're ready for you to color, but then Do Crafts has added a little bit of bling, not a lot, enough to go, oh, look it, and it's already in the, it's part of the sticker. You don't have to do anything to it. They are so cute. There is, I want to say 9 different styles. So we've got the owls, and there's butterflies, and birds, and birthday, and there's a whole bunch of different styles, 9 different styles, and again, they are just $1.50 each. And when we do the bundle, because we're going to bundle these together, yes, you will be able to buy them open stock. If you just love the owls and that's all you want is the owls, they're going to be $1.50. But if you buy the whole bundle, all 9 sheets, instead of $13.50, we're going to take 30% off. So it brings it down to like $9.50. What a great gift, honestly. And they're not Christmas. So you can use them anytime. They are not holiday themed at all. So these are not, you don't have to worry about holiday. This is for all year round. And they all have the little glitter elements. I don't know if the camera can get that or not. See if I move my glasses up, I can see. But they all have a little bit of a glitter element to them. Some of the elements are gold, some of them are silver. So this sheet here has the gold. Let me open up this one. I love that they're only $1.50. Oh, come on, birdies. There we go. The birds all have silver as the glitter. So instead of gold, they've got the silver as the glitter, and it's on all of them. And it's just a little bit of bling, but not too much. All right, so what are we gonna do with these? Well, yes, they're meant to be colored, and that's the easiest thing to do with them. And you can absolutely get in there with your Kaisercraft gel pens and color them. I will tell you that you wanna really stick with either the glitter or the pastel colors that they came out with. The neons are fine too. The gel pens that are metallic, when you color over it, the metallic is opaque and it's going to cover the lines, so you're never going to see the lines underneath. So you want to stick with I'm using today is the 24. So I've got the 24 pack, which gives you what they call the pastel-y colors and the glitter colors. Otherwise, if you just wanted the glitter colors, they're $9.99. They'll be on a YouTube Yummy. The 24 pack will be on a YouTube Yummy. But the gel pens, these are beautiful gel pens. They color in so nicely. I think one of the most important things to know about the gel pens is the pressure that you put on it. You're not going to press down hard on the gel pen. You're going to do a nice light touch and let gravity do the work for you, because gravity's pulling that ink all the way down. And if you press too hard, one, you can leave little lines. Two, you can, the nib after a while will be more difficult to work with. So it's really being really light, a very nice light pressure. And these are glittery. I mean, they are just beautiful. So I've started, oh yeah, good. So you can see the glittery. I can see that from here. They're just beautiful, and you can just color. And how much fun is that? I mean, it's easy peasy. Everybody can do it. And what Do Crafts has done is they've made the sticker easy for you because you don't have to fussy cut. Oh my goodness. See, and I love to color. I could sit here again. I could sit here all day and do nothing but color. Look at how cute is that. And then they just peel right up and right off, and you can mat them on paper. You can put them on tags. You can't, well, I'm going to show you something else that you can do with them. But I just have a great time using them. And again, if you don't want to use the glitter, you can absolutely incorporate what they call the pastel colors. And I love the little pins. They all have a little bling at the top of them in the color of the pen. But you could go in there and use just the regular non-glittery. Entirely up to you. And again, the pressure is important. If your gel pen is not flowing really nice and neat, chances are you're pressing too hard. That's what's probably happening, is that you are pressing too hard. You want just a very nice light coloring motion. And that ink, that gel, sits right on top of your paper. Do you know what that means? That means you don't want to put your hand over it going back and forth. You will smear it. Now the gel dries fairly quickly, but if your hand is right in it, I guarantee you, you're going to move some of that ink a little bit, and then you may not be as happy. But if you keep yourself out, oh my goodness gracious, how fun. And I could just keep coloring. So that's one of the easiest ways to use the Color Me stickers, or the glitter color stickers. I don't even know what we're calling these. Color in, there, yeah, the color in stickers, only they've got glitter to them. So I think they should be glitter stickers. That's one of the easiest ways. And that is how we did the make and take. We just took the sticker and took our gel pens and colored, and we incorporated the pastel colors, and we incorporated the glitter colors, and then just grabbed a die and cut a circle out, put it on there, and bam, you're done. Really, really easy. But maybe we want to do more than that. Maybe we want to do a little something, something more. Okay, so this is where Fran came into the picture. Now, Fran was here for our anniversary sale, and they are currently in the process of shipping us all the product for the anniversary sale. So I expect that here sometime in the next week. So if you had to pay later, you're going to start seeing your invoicing coming through soon. We're going to do them in order in 200 increment, 200 batch, 200 orders at a time. So, so hang tight. If you haven't received your pay later, hang tight. You're going to get to it. At the same time, the National Scrapbooking Day orders, about 80% of those have completely shipped out. So if you're still waiting, you're on the tail end, and we should be to you within the next week or two. It should be all completed and done. Then the anniversary sale will start, and we're still waiting for just 2 pallets left from Ellison Sizzix for the shop that didn't hop, and then we're going to start rolling those out too. But I've got my butterflies here, and again, my butterflies have got that beautiful glitter built into the sticker. You don't have to do anything, it's already there. But I want to do something a little different. Sure, I could take my gel pen and I could start going in there and coloring. And yes, the stickers are done so that the shape just comes right out. It follows the shape of the sticker on the butterflies. Love them. Talk about a nice little craft to keep everybody busy. Love them. And totally affordable at $1.50 a sheet. Even if you were to cut the sheet in half and divide it up between kids or seniors, or you're doing a card swap, or you've got a scrapbooking club, because these will make beautiful embellishments on your scrapbooking pages as well. So I could just color them in with my gel pens. And we do only sell the Kaiser Craft gel pens, and there's a reason. We went through a lot of gel pens before, and then we stopped carrying gel pens altogether. And then Brenton said, we have new gel pens. Gosh, I want to say this was about a year ago. Maybe not, yeah, about it. Maybe it was at CHA. And I said, holy smokes, these are wonderful. And they do what they say they're going to do. They flow beautifully. They're not too fat for your hand. They're lovely. And they just flow beautifully. But again, a lot of it is about the pressure. If you're not getting a really good flow, chances are you're pressing down too hard. So I backtrack. Fran came for our anniversary sale, and I had never seen this product before. But it was sold by Imagine Crafts, who does all of the mementos. And Fran's like, yes, this is my go-to when I demo. I'm like, this is your go-to ink? And I had never seen it. And so I said, okay, well, let's play with it. And oh my gosh, then with the Picasso and the stenciling and all the colors right here, and it's, I think, $14.99, and you get all of the colors. So we showed this one for the anniversary sale, and many of you ordered it. And it's actually on its way in too. So beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But there's more than that one. There's these two as well. Holy smokes, artichokes. First off, I probably think antique. I love the antique. That's what the name of this palette is. Why? Because you get the silver, the gold, and the copper. For that alone, I love it. You get the silver, the gold, and the copper. You may not use silver, gold, and copper a lot, but this gives you those colors along with all of these other beautiful vintagey colors in one palette. Love, love, love. And then this one's called Blossom. Blossom? Blossom. For a good reason. It pretty much looks very pastel-y. So I'm going to be using both of these today. I used this one when we did the Picasso tool. Oh, this really has become, for when I want more than one color and I want to play with many colors, this has become, these are my palettes now. It's just easy. They're right there. It's all there, and they're easy to use. So I'm going to be playing with these today, and I'm going to color my sticker. Maybe you don't want to keep your sticker white. Maybe you don't want that background, or, I mean, you could color the entire thing in if you wanted, but maybe you don't want to color at all. Maybe you don't want to add any gel pens or have to deal with coloring at all. Totally get it. Makeup sponge. Walmart brand. Inexpensive. Use them all the time. Love them. I'm going to just blend right onto my sticker, and I'm going to color it by blending ink. I usually start with one of my lighter colors first, because if you start with your darkest color, it's hard to put that light color back on top. So I think I'm going to start with a light pink. And I'm just going to get it right in there. And then I'm going to come over and blend it right on. Could you do this with your Tim Holtz? Sure you could. His Distress inks? Absolutely. Could you do this with your gelatos? Sure you could. I just like that this ink dries really quickly. I've got a whole palette that matches right at my fingertips. And for the price, I can have a wealth of colors without spending a wealth of money. So I just took and just ran some pink over it. But I want to do more than pink. All right, well, let's bring in some of the blue. I'm going to put that right over the top. And the nice thing about these colors is they do blend. And maybe some purple. So I've kind of dabbed it all the way around. Just kind of dabbed it. The last thing I'm going to do is just kind of blend them together. Just kind of blend them together. If I want more of one color, I can put it back in. Maybe I want a little more purple. I shouldn't do this. I should just move on, but I'm picky. I'm picky. More purple. I think I'm gonna grab a darker purple. Oh yeah. Oh, that makes me happy. A little darker purple. And I'm just blending. That's all I'm doing is blending the colors. And then I can pull it. So it kind of looks like a hot mess when it's on there. But then when you pull it, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And they're easy to do. I love, 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 love the owls. I'm gonna grab another. And I think I'm gonna use this palette here. Ooh, and maybe even a little bit from this one. So I love the owls. I'm gonna start with a little bit of yellow. And so I'm just gonna rub some yellow right on him. And I do the whole thing. That way, if I miss a spot, I know it's not white. I know he's completely covered. So I've got my whole owl covered. Then I might take a little bit of my orange. A little bit of my orange. And I might rub a little orange over here. Like that. And then I might take a little bit of my brown. And I might put a little bit of brown right on my wood. A bit of brown there. And just kind of blend it in. And should we go with one more color? How about a little bit of a red? So I just put the red on top of my orange. And kind of blend that red. Okay, again, kind of looks like a hot mess until you until you peel it off. Isn't he so cute? Oh my gosh, he's darling. And I didn't color in at all. I just use inks. Yes, easy to do. Just a makeup sponge. And I love the 3 palettes here because you get just about every color you need. And because they blend, it makes it easy. I'm gonna do another butterfly, and I'm gonna make him really vibrant. So I'm gonna grab, and I really like, well, I'm gonna start with a base color because I really like having a base color. So I think I'm gonna start with my yellow because yellow tends to be my favorite base color because it just about goes with everything. So can you imagine being able to make your own embellishments because you choose the colors that you want to use? You don't have to go out and buy some embellishments and hopefully they're gonna match, or go searching for embellishments and hope that they match. You can just make your own embellishments and they will match. Have no idea what color this is. But I'm just gonna dab it in there, and I'm gonna dab it in there. Maybe grab another sponge and just blend. Oh, these are so, so pretty. Oh, what do I want on the bottom? I don't know. Decisions. I don't know. How about a little bit of pink? or rose on the bottom. Kind of dab it in, and then sort of blend. Oh, pretty. Okay, looks a little bit like a hot mess. Let's see what we get when we're done. Ooh, ah. So it all depends upon the colors that you use. You can go very pastel-y, you can go very bright, but with the inks, they'll let you do anything and they blend beautifully. Of course they do. They're from Imagine Crafts, and you know we love our Memento products. So easy to do, fun, and you have options. You could take your gel pens and just color them. Like I did earlier, you absolutely could take your gel pens and just color. Or you could take your inks and just blend. But what if you wanted to do a little bit of both? See, and I love the owls. I could just play with the owls and the butterflies. Well, I love them all. The birds are fabulous. Look at that. Isn't he so cute? Oh my goodness gracious. So what if you wanted to do something more? Oh, and I wanted to show you really quickly, what else can you do with these besides using them on cards, using them in your scrapbooks, using them on your altered art or your canvases or your mixed media? Because they're a blank canvas, you get to decide what you want to do with them. Let's do another one super quick. Let's do another owl really super quick. And I'm going to start with my yellow. Yellow. And I don't know if owls come in blue or not, but we're going to add a little bit of blue to him. And then maybe we'll add a little bit of burgundy to him. And then maybe a little bit of orange. And just kind of blend them all together. Okay, kind of a hot mess. I just kind of grabbed some colors. But if you're sending somebody something, how cute to seal the envelopes, especially if you've used butterflies or birds, or you're sending a happy birthday card. Look at the happy birthdays. Not only can you make cards with them or do them as embellishments for your layouts, but they're so cute on the back of your envelopes. So darling, because even if you don't mail a card, you're gonna give it, most people give it to you in an envelope, and what a nice way to start with something on the back of the envelope. Love them. So they're not just for embellishments. You embellish your envelope too. Okay, so I wanna show you the next thing, which is using both the inks and the gel pens. And this time, this is when I'm gonna move to the Kaisercraft product. And this is the one thing I'm gonna talk to Kaisercraft about. I love you dearly, Kaisercraft. I do. And I love their new tags. These are holiday tags. They are. You get 24 holiday tags. Now, if you were in a retail store, yes, if you were in I'm gonna seal this one up. This is the one I've been using. If you were in a retail store, this is how you would see them. And if you turned it over, that's how you would see it. So you would see these two, turn it over, and you would think that these are the two patterns you're gonna get. The stocking, which I've got in upside down, and the stocking and the little banner. But that's not the case. So when we got these products in from Kaisercraft, the SMS girls took them and we opened every single one of them and we showed. We just flipped over the top one on the back so you could see all four Because if you're looking at it, there's no other picture to show us what's in there. It just says 24, it does say 4 designs, but my goodness gracious, if I didn't have my glasses on, I wouldn't see it. And I don't think that most people in a retail environment they're going to open up the packaging in the retail store to see what the other designs are. So we just, these are the ones that were on the front. We just opened it up. We took the top one out, which originally was facing this way, and we just flipped it over. Now we had to do a lot of them, which was kind of a pain, but it makes far more sense now. The customer can see, oh, look at you get a Christmas tree, you get a snowman. Oh, look at you get a stocking and you get the little banner. Isn't that cute? Okay, Kaiser Craft, that was my 2 cents. And remember, you love me. So I'm gonna pull some of the tags out and over because they really are, they're wonderful. They're easy to do. But this time I wanna take a combination of the ink and the gel pens and have them work together. Now, remember when I said I love this palette? I love this palette because not only do you get some really beautiful vintagey colors, but you get the metallics. And maybe you don't want to buy yourself a metallic set because 1, you don't use it very often, and 2, metallics can tend to be a little bit more money. They tend to be a little bit more expensive. So I'm just gonna rip out some of my makeup sponges. And I'm gonna do this just exactly as I would if I was using a Tim Holtz Distress ink or whatever ink you go, chalking ink, whatever ink you go around. I'm going to go ahead and, gosh, I don't know what color I wanna do. I'm gonna use the silver. Really juicy. I'm gonna start off of my tag. I'm not going to start right on it. I'm going to start off of my tag on my craft sheet. Doesn't matter if you have the Tim Holtz craft sheet or the Simply Refined craft sheet. That's mine. This is my Simply Refined craft sheet. It doesn't move, which is kind of nice because when you're doing this, your craft mat doesn't slip and slide with you. No, it is not, it's not taped down at all. It just is non-skid on the bottom and non-stick on the top. So nothing's gonna stick to the top. I can wipe everything off. But when I'm doing this, my craft mat doesn't do this. So I'm gonna start off my craft mat and just come on. And I'm just kinda gonna go all the way around. So I'm taking my little white tag and adding a metallic bling to it without it being too blingy. So cute. And now I have added a little metallic silver sparkle to it. But it's not bam, it's oh bam. Now again, I could take my wet wipe, baby wipe, just an inexpensive baby wipe, and just wipe that right off. Yeah, get this so it dries a little faster. Now I can take my gel pens and I can go in with my gel pens and I can start decorating and just color it right in. I love the glittery ones because we are trying to be very, very festive. And again, it's a very, very, very light touch. And I could just start to decorate. Oh, I think I want the pink. And these are so easy and so fun to do. And you don't have to color every little piece of it. You can leave some of it white. You just want to add enough color to add that pop. And if you did want to color every little piece of it, well, you You go right ahead. But the gel pens just flow really nicely. And by adding the edging to it, it elevates the tag just a little bit as opposed to being flat and white. So this is me just playing. Super easy, super cute. But what if we wanted to use some color? Let's see, is this the one? Yes, this is mine. Let's see if we wanted to use, do I have one of the Christmas trees? There we go. Christmas tree. And I wanted to play with the greens. That's why having these little Splendor kits are so nice, because you've got all these colors in one place. I'm going to start with my lightest green. And I'm going to start off the page. I'm not going to start directly onto the tag. Why do I not start directly onto the tag? Well, that's because I don't want the line from my sponge to be left there. So if I start here and move in, it'll have a nice look, a nice finished look. And I'm going to just go in and rub all the way around. Start off my page. Kind of got my fingerprints on it, but that's okay. Now I want to add some dimension more to it than just the light green. Can you already see how it's giving it dimension? I want to add a little bit more to it. So I'm going to take the darker green that's in the exact same set from Circus. Ooh, or I could take the really dark green. Oh, let's see what the really dark green looks like. I wonder if it's going to be too dark. And I'm going to start, I'm just going to do a little bit on the edges of that really dark green. And it's just going to age it a little bit more and give a little bit more dimension. Oh, I like it. And because it's all, does not look good, a little bit of extra, it's just what's in the palettes. So you don't have to buy an individual color every time, especially if you're not a big stamper. If you're not a big stamper, these are a great solution for you because it lets you do some of these things without having to buy even a chalk ink, even a dewdrop from Memento is, I think, $2.29, which is a really good price. I mean, it's a really good price. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 colors. And that's $26, $27 versus $14.99. And if this is what you're going to be doing with it, things like this, where you're blending or you're dipping in your stipple brush with your Picasso tool, this is a great way to go. If you want to be able to ink up an image, take a stamp and ink it up, this is not the best way to go. Then you want to go back to your individual size dewdrops or your Memento pads, because of course there's no way to really, unless your stamp's really tiny, there's no way to get a single color onto that stamp. But if you want to do edging and you want to take your stipple brush and you want to play with your Picasso tool, or you want to go in and you want to blend colors, this is an excellent way to go. It's very cost effective. Okay, so I was playing and I just blended in a little bit of the darker green just to give it a little bit more dimension and depth. And then I could go in and take my glitter pen and start coloring. So think about some of the things you already have in your stash at home that you could work with. You might already own the glitter pins. They're so pretty. You might already have other gel pens that you are in love with that you own. Use them. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy new ones. Use what you've got until you're out. And then go buy the latest and greatest So I could go in there and just color, 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 and then take my red and go in there and color, 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 and make the cutest little tags. So easy. So remember, when we're talking about the color stickers, or the Color Me stickers, or the Color In stickers from Do Crafts, these have got a little bit of a bling to them. They've got a little bit of a glitter going on, and you can absolutely just go in there and start to color with any kind of a marker or a gel pen. They just color in beautifully. And remember, with the marker or with the gel pens, the lighter your pressure, the better they're going to flow. The lighter your pressure, the better they're going to flow. It is a very nice light touch. Let the ink do the work, not you. And because these are a transparent gel pen, I can go right over the lines. I don't have to stay in the lines when we're looking at this flower. I can just color the whole flower in. I want to stay on the outside of the, the outside line for the flower I want to stay in, but I don't have to worry about going over the lines inside the flower because I'm coloring it all the same color. I can just go right over the top of those black lines and I'm going to be just fine. If I was using the metallic gel pens from Kaisercraft, no, I could not do that. It would cover up all of those black lines, which is why we have the 24 pack, which doesn't have the metallics in it, and it has the glitters in the plain, and then we have just the glitters if that's all you wanted. So super cute. I love the birds. Then we talked about just making pretty things, just using our blending inks, our Splendor blending inks to make really pretty things. And I could go in there with a little bit of, oh, maybe that's even darker than I want. I could go in there with a little bit of blue and do a little bit of a background. And just add a little bit of a blue background to it. And then maybe I want to go in and make my bird the pretty yellow. And I'm not being exact, I'm just getting in there and putting the color down. And then maybe we want our flowers to be that pretty rosy color. I'm just trying to get the color kind of down. And maybe we want to add a little bit of a orange to our bird. And I'm just blending. Kind of looks like a hot mess until you peel it off. Nope, I was right the first time. And then you've got a pretty little embellishment or something to seal your card with. And all I did was just kind of blend it. No rhyme, no reason. I'm sure if I really thought about it, I could maybe get my colors a little more in tune, but I don't understand why. I think it looks like a watercolor and I think it's perfect. It's done, it's perfect. It just looks like a watercolor. It's so pretty. I'm very pleased with myself. So we talked about just blending, we talked about just coloring, and then we talked about taking things and let me get the little snowman out again. Do I have, where did I do with my tags? I don't know where, oh, here they are. I love the little snowman. Oh, see back here? Yeah, I love the little snowman. Take my little snowman and let's do a cute little pink tag. And get all pink around him. Kind of start off the page and bring him in. So cute. So now I've changed him to a little bit of pink. If I wanted, I could do a little bit of a darker pink on him or a little bit of a purple. If I wanted to just add a little something more. We'll see how dark this purple is. Oh no, I think that's good. Start off and move on. That way you're not overwhelming. Start off, let me move that, start off and move on. So cute. And then I could go in and start coloring him with my gel pens and make him kind of a wintry blues and pinks and purples snowman. I could have taken that silver, the silver ink, and gone all the way around. Do these while you're watching TV. Isn't he cute? So I did this one. I started this one with the silver all the way around. The metallic silver all the way around him. And that's out of this palette, which is the antique palette. And then I started coloring him. And this one, I used the pinks and the roses versus the pinks and the purples. And this one, I used the two greens that are in this one. I used the two greens that are in the circus. I used the light and the dark to do that one, versus this one, I used the light green and the really dark green from the antique palette. But fun to do and easy. Required no die cutting, no stamping, just coloring. And I don't know who doesn't love to sit in front of the TV and color, or on an airplane or color. And I don't know any kids that really don't love to color. And this is a great way for them to be creative without it costing a fortune for whomever, our teachers or the room moms or whoever's putting together the crafts in our kids' classrooms. This is a way you can do it where you can afford to do it, and they make something so beautiful. And it's an instant sticker. No Stacy tape needed. Nothing. So, holy smokes, artichokes. Now you understand why I have so much fun, because I got to see these before anybody else. I got to see them and feel them and touch them in the prototype stage, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. I knew that I wanted to take the inks and blend the inks on them so you could see that they're not just about taking markers and coloring it. You can elevate it, you can change it, you can do so much more with it. And then with the Kaisercraft gel pens, they just add that little pop of something. And the Splendor inks, it's all Fran. This is all about Fran. I really had no idea what these inks were until she showed them to me and said, yes, this is what I use all the time in my demos at CHA. And the reason being, she's using that Picasso tool all the time of hers, and she's taking it and using that Picasso tool and her stipple brush and blending the colors. And love that you get the metallics as well. So I'm going to show you the sets first, and then I've got some samples to show you. So like I said, there's 9 different sets of the stickers. There's kind of a beachy theme, and there's some up here hiding. There's kind of a beachy theme going on, and you have the birthday, and you have the birds that I was playing with, and you have the floral and the wreaths, and you have kind of a tea party or a birthday, or you've got the cupcakes and the little teapots. You've got the hearts. This one is absolutely stunning when it's done. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got the toadstools, which is what our make and take was based off of. Oh, here. Toadstools, which is what our in-store make and take was based off of, because I love the little houses. I thought, how much fun would our customers have coloring the little houses? And you have the owls that I've been playing with, and you have the butterflies. They're $1.50 if you buy them open stock. If you buy the bundle, so you get one of everything. Regular price is $13.50. Sale price is $9.45, and that's 30% off. What a nice little gift for somebody. Then we have the gel pens, which I know a lot of you already own. We have the 24 pack that's on a YouTube Yummy that has it's this pack right here that I've got open but kind of torn apart because I was using it. It's got what they call the neon pins, but they're not, or no, I'm sorry, the pastel pins, but they really have the most beautiful colors. I don't know that I would have called them pastel, but that's okay. They called them pastel. And then the glitter ones, which I would absolutely call glitter. They have beautiful, beautiful, it almost looks like glass glitter crushed into them. It's gorgeous. So this is $19.99 for the whole kit. Comes like this. So you open here, you open here, you open here. How cute is that? And then they're on sale for 20% off. So $19.99 less $4 makes it $16. $15.99. Can't go wrong there. Or if you just love the glitter pins, there's the set of glitter pins all by themselves. $9.99 less 20%. So what does that make them? $7.99? Yeah, $7.99. Great deal. $9.99. That's $2. Yeah, $8.99, $9.99. Yeah, $7.99. Boy, that took me a few minutes to get there, didn't it? All right, and then we also have the Kaiser Craft tags. And again, if you go into your local store and you see these, you're not going to be able to turn them around to see that the cute little nutcracker is there or that Christmas tree is there. You're only going to see the front. So if you see them, come back to this YouTube so you can see what was on the back. Or remember, while you're out there, that it's not just these two. You get these two and those two. There's 4 different packs. They don't overlap. Love the holly. Love the baubles. Wouldn't the baubles be beautiful? And then the one I was using today, which is the stocking and the little banner, along with the Christmas tree and the snowman. So all of that's on a YouTube Yummy for you. Let me show you some samples. So Yvette did these. So that's out of this set right here, this bird set. So she colored 3 of them. You've got the flower up here, you've got the bird right there, and you've got the little birdhouse right here. She just matted them and made a happy birthday card. How happy is that? So cute. Push that out of my way. So cute. That is, that's from Yvette. She did all of these. And remember, they've got the little bling to them as well, the little glitter accents that Do Crafts put onto them. Then we've got one of the houses that they're doing downstairs. Then look at this owl. All done with the glitter. Oh my gosh, is that owl fabulous? Owl is amazing. Just colored in with the glitter pins. Amazing. Then we have one from the wreath kit. So pretty. From the wreath kit. And then we've got the birthday. And yes, even the banner came within that sticker set. Where's the birthday? Here's the birthday. So there's the banner and the 2 stickers that she used, and she just framed them. Added them to the card. Simple, easy, done. And you notice we didn't color everything in. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, the hearts. Remember I told you how pretty the hearts were? How beautiful is that? Is that not a gorgeous card? I love this card. It could be for wedding, it could be for birthday, it could be for anniversary, it could be for Valentine's Day. This is a lovely card, just colored in. Then we've got the little tea party with the cupcakes. Fun and bright and happy. Look how fun those colors are. All done with the gel pens. And then we've got the beach scene. Boy, that could be bon voyage or, you know, whatever the beach scene is fabulous. Somebody you love is into the ocean and loves going to the beach. What a great little birthday card this is. Sometimes it's hard to find beachy things. And because you get to color them, you can make them the colors that work for you. You don't have to settle. You can do this. And if you don't have the gel pens, that's okay. Get out the pens you do have. That's okay. Try what you have. And then last but not least, the butterflies. Pretty, huh? So this is all using the products from Do Crafts, the products from Imagine Crafts, the products from Kaiser Crafts. Boy, they all have craft in the last name. You think there's a trend going on there? Okay, I have 2 things to say. I hope you're still watching, because if you're not going to hear this. One, I want to answer several of the questions. You all had the same question from the last YouTube. Why didn't I use Stacy tape on the top and the bottom of the die cut I was using? Remember, I put Stacy tape on top of ugly paper. I used my Simply Defined Trimming the Tree dies to cut it. I peeled up the tape, I put down embossing powder, and I heat it. You all asked, well, why didn't you put Stacy tape on the bottom of it so you could just peel it off and stick it down to whatever you want? There's a reason I didn't. I can't tell you what exact weight of paper you need to use. If you are using old, ugly, thin paper and you want to put Stacy tape on the front and the back, yes, it probably will work without any problem. If you are using 110-pound cardstock to do this and you put Stacy tape on the front and the back and you want it to also go through that cardstock, I don't know that the dies will cut all the way through. All I can say is try. That's the best I can tell you. It just depends upon the weight of the paper you're using. The lighter weight the paper, the easier it will be to put Stacy tape on the top and the bottom and cut through 2 layers of Stacy tape and the paper that you need. So there it is. That's why I didn't say anything about putting Stacy tape on the back, because it really does depend upon what kind of paper you're using. Is it a toothy paper? Is it canvasy, textured? Is it thin? Is it thick? All you can do is try. Now for today, where are you gonna get all of this great stuff? Because this is easy peasy. You're gonna get it at scrapbookingmadesimple.com, unless you find it in your local retailer. And if you do, by all means, go shop local. They'll love you for it. Introduce yourself. I am sure all of those independent stores would love to meet you. For those of you who have no more independent stores, I understand, and we appreciate you shopping scrapbookingmadesimple.com. All right, guys, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple. I've said it like 14 times now. And this was Saturday with Stacy, and I will see you next week.